There's something different about the way you feel lately, and you can't quite put it into words. It's not loud, it's not obvious, but it's there, quietly sitting inside you. The things that once felt normal don't feel the same anymore, and even in moments where everything seems fine, there's a strange distance you can't ignore. You try to move on like nothing's changed, but deep down, you know something has. Maybe you've told yourself it's just a phase, just tiredness, just overthinking. But this doesn't feel temporary. It feels deeper than that. Like something inside you has shifted without asking for permission. The way you see things, the way you feel things, it's all slowly changing. And the version of you that used to fit so easily into your life, doesn't quite fit anymore. That's the confusing part. Because nothing around you has completely changed, yet everything inside you feels different. You can still smile, still talk, still go through your day, but there's this quiet awareness that something is no longer the same. And maybe you don't fully understand it yet, but you can feel it. You feel it too, don't you? Something isn't the same anymore, and this time, it's not something you can ignore. At first, it feels small, almost unnoticeable. A slight change in how you react, how you think, how you see the world around you. But the more you pay attention, the more you realize this isn't random. Something inside you is slowly waking up, asking you to look deeper instead of just passing through life the way you used to. You start questioning things you never questioned before. The way people act, the way you spend your time, even the things you once believed about yourself. And it's not because you want to overthink, it's because something in you is no longer satisfied with surface-level answers. You're beginning to see beyond what's obvious, and that changes everything. But with that awareness comes a strange discomfort. Because growth doesn't always feel like progress, it often feels like losing your balance. Like standing between two versions of yourself, unsure which one you belong to. The old you feels familiar but no longer right, and the new you hasn't fully formed yet. And that's where you are right now. In the middle of a quiet shift, one that's slowly, but surely, changing everything about who you are. There's a moment in this journey where nothing feels completely right, but nothing is clearly wrong either. You go through your usual routine, meet the same people, do the same things, but there's this quiet feeling that you don't fully belong in those moments anymore. It's like your body is present, but your mind and heart are somewhere else, trying to understand what's changing inside you. You might find yourself pulling away without even realizing it. Conversations feel shorter, interests start fading, and the things that once held your attention no longer have the same grip on you. And it's not because you don't care, it's because something within you is evolving, and it's making space by letting go of what no longer aligns with who you're becoming. That's what makes it hard to explain to others. Because from the outside, it might look like you're just distant or distracted. But in reality, you're going through something much deeper. A quiet transformation that doesn't need noise, but changes everything in silence. There was a time when everything felt simple. You followed a path without questioning it, trusted what you were told, and believed that if you just kept going, everything would eventually make sense. And for a while, it did. Life felt predictable, comfortable, even. But slowly, things started to shift. Not all at once, but in small, almost invisible ways. Moments where you paused a little longer than usual. Thoughts that didn't leave as quickly as they used to. Feelings that didn't match the life you were living. At first, you ignored them. You told yourself it was nothing. Until one day, it wasn't nothing anymore. It became a quiet realization that the life you were living was built on a version of you that no longer exists. And suddenly, you're standing there, looking at everything you once called normal, and realizing, it doesn't feel like home anymore. And maybe that's the truth you were slowly walking toward all along. There are things you're starting to release, without even making a conscious decision to do so. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, it just happens quietly. The habits, the people, the thoughts that once felt so natural, slowly begin to fade from your life. And you don't chase them the way you used to. You just notice the distance growing, and for the first time, you let it. At first, it feels strange. Because you're not used to letting go without a reason, without closure, without a clear explanation. But this time, it's different. This time, It's not about understanding everything, it's about feeling what no longer belongs. And somewhere deep inside, you know that holding on would only keep you stuck in a version of yourself you've already outgrown. So you start choosing differently. Not because you have all the answers, but because something in you refuses to go back to what once felt normal. And even though it's uncomfortable, even though it doesn't fully make sense yet, you trust it, just a little more than before. This is the part where things feel the most unfamiliar. Because you're no longer who you used to be, but you're also not fully who you're becoming. It's like standing in front of a mirror and seeing a reflection that feels both known and unknown at the same time. And that in-between space can feel confusing, even overwhelming. You might question yourself more. Wonder if you're losing parts of who you were, or if you're just finding something deeper within you. And the truth is, it's a bit of both. Growth isn't about adding something new on top of who you are, it's about uncovering what was always there, hidden beneath everything you thought you had to be. That's why it feels unfamiliar. Because you're meeting a version of yourself that hasn't been fully seen before. A version that thinks differently, feels differently, and no longer settles for what once felt enough. And even if you don't recognize this version of yourself yet, you're slowly becoming them, with every step you take. There are moments now when silence doesn't feel empty anymore. It feels like it has weight, like it's trying to tell you something you've been too busy to hear. When everything around you slows down, your thoughts become louder, not chaotic, but honest. And in that honesty, you start noticing things you used to ignore without even realizing it. It's in those quiet moments that you begin to understand yourself a little differently. Not through what others say about you, not through how life looks on the outside, but through what you actually feel when no one is watching. And sometimes, that truth can feel uncomfortable, because it doesn't always match the life you've been living. But still, you listen. Because something in you knows that this silence isn't your enemy. It's a space where clarity is slowly forming, even if you can't see it yet. And the more you sit with it, the more you realize, you're not just hearing silence, you're starting to understand it. There comes a point where something quietly changes inside you, and you know, even if you don't say it out loud, that you can't really go back to how you were before. It's not because something dramatic happened, but because your awareness has shifted in a way that can't be undone. You've seen, felt, and understood things differently now. The old patterns don't pull you in the same way anymore. The old distractions don't feel as powerful. And even the versions of yourself you once defended so strongly, start to feel distant. Not wrong, not bad, just no longer aligned with who you're becoming. And that realization doesn't come with noise. It comes quietly, almost gently, like a soft acceptance that you're already on a new path. One you didn't fully plan, one you don't fully understand, but one you can't ignore anymore. And somehow, deep down, you know, this is exactly where the change becomes real. At some point, you stop fighting what's happening inside you. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, but because resisting it starts to feel heavier than accepting it. You begin to understand that this shift was never meant to destroy you, it was meant to guide you somewhere you couldn't reach while staying the same. You start trusting your instincts a little more. The quiet pull inside you. The feelings that don't always have explanations but still feel real. And even though uncertainty is still there, it doesn't control you the way it used to. You stop needing every answer right away, and slowly, you allow yourself to just be in the process. And that's when something subtle changes. You no longer feel like you're losing yourself. Instead, you start realizing you might actually be meeting yourself for the first time, without all the noise, without all the layers you once carried just to fit in. Looking back, it starts to make a strange kind of sense. All those moments you thought were random, all those feelings you didn't understand, all those quiet shifts you ignored or questioned, they were never meaningless. They were pieces of something bigger slowly coming together inside you. You were never truly stuck. You were becoming. Even in your confusion, even in your silence, even in the moments you felt lost, something in you was learning, evolving, preparing you for this exact awareness. And now, you can't unsee it. You're not the same person who started this journey of thoughts. And you're not meant to be. That version of you served its purpose. Now, something new is taking its place, not suddenly, not perfectly, but naturally. And maybe that's the real truth you were always meant to feel. You didn't lose yourself. You became yourself.